Welcome one, welcome all to another episode of Pounds Firearms. Today we are going through upgrade number 3. We were talking about our last episode. We installed the light, but found out that the light was just the barrel shadow was just too much. It needs to go way out there. So reached out to you, my YouTube viewers, and you chose for upgrade number 3 to get a extended rail. So I'm looking for the longest possible rails. I found 6 inches, about as far as they go. 6 inches is going to take it out to about right around in this area here. The ones I was looking for, I do want to keep the factory front iron. So ones I was looking for allowed the factory front irons. So I found one from Midwest Industries. I do like the quad rail. I know people are into M-Lock and whatever else now. They smooth it out and whatever else. But, you know, I don't mind the quad rail. I think that's old-fashioned, and I don't mind it. Yeah, maybe there's more weight savings, but yeah. So this is the one from Midwest Industries. I've already played with it a little bit, so it's not brand new in the box. Here's the yoke that goes with it, the hardware that goes with it. And then I found a super rare one. This one I'm really happy about here. They FN discontinued this, I don't know, 4 or 5, 3 years, 5 years ago, whatever it was. But they're impossible to find. Somehow, I found a few of them. So about 2 of them. One to test out, and one to see if I either put it on another scar someday, or, yeah, we'll see. Maybe give it away or something. We'll see. I don't know if I'm big enough to give away stuff yet, but yeah, we're going to see how this one goes. So this one is made by FN. It's the, I'm guessing it's the one that started it before all these other guys did, and yeah, we'll take a look at it. I'll show you the curvatures. If you look at the one from Midwest Industries, it's not quite the same as the one from that's actually the receiver that's actually on the scar. This one matches identical. So we'll play with that one for a little bit here too. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We'll try to keep this at a shorter video, but we are going to install 2 different handrails, so it might take a while. You might see some fast forwarding here and there. If you're watching it on YouTube, naughty, but you will see a bunch of blurps everywhere, because I'll be modifying a firearm today by YouTube standards. Not by my standards or your standards, but by YouTube standards. So, without further ado, let's make sure we're clear here. Clear. No magazine in here. Perfect. So I think what we want to go ahead and do is, if we want to install this Midwest Industries first, haven't done this one in a while. I believe this one requires things to be removed. So roughly it's going to look like something like that. So we do have to remove this whole bottom rail section here. Now if we're looking at this, when I pieced it together here, this yoke is going to go in here. Slides right in. Maybe it goes this way. That's better. Slides right in here. Line those guys up. So this screw right here, I don't have to take this one off, but it looks like I do have to take this one off. There are plenty of videos out there on the internet on how to install the Midwest Industries ones. I'm going to go ahead and get these pre-tightened, or at least get them started. If you're on your YouTube, sorry about your luck. Like I said, there's other ones out there that install these. Now I'm not Loctiting any of this. Highly recommend you Loctite it once you figure out what you want. I don't know which one I'm going to keep yet here. I'm going to need your help to tell me which one to keep. So for now, we're doing this. And it sounds like we might have a secret guest member here. Yeah, baby. I want a stamp? No, not yet. Okay, you need some shoes on though, baby, if you're gonna come out here. Okay. Thank you. That's my baby. She's 3.5. But yes, all right. So we got this pre-molded here. So it looks like what we need to go ahead and do is, once this goes in, I think we're gonna have to remove these ones. Yeah, I think these are gonna have to go, and replace these into here, and then this one's gonna have to go. So this one I have done already, and they teach you to use a torch. So you got to warm that up because it's red tied it in. Well, if you look at mine, my scar has a scar, but I torched it a little too much. So yes, I don't have a scar on this side, but I do have a scar on this side. So I know this is my rifle because it's one of the only ones that has a scar there. So we'll go ahead and bleep you out of YouTube. We'll start taking this guy off. Whoa, 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 we're losing tools. Alright, this one's gone. Set that one aside. That one does need to come off, doesn't it? Or the whole yoke will come out, I think. You know, I think the barrel needs to come out. I probably should have done a little homework here, so we're going to go ahead and pop this barrel out. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now this guy pops off.
Oh, that guy pops off?
Yeah. So now we put this one on. It is loose. We are upside down. Will it fit with the muzzle? Do I sound there? I would think so. Oh yeah, helps if I put it on the right hole. Line this guy up here a little bit. Take some finagling, it looks like. There we go. Had to go over this lip. So the gas block had to go over the yoke there. Now it looks like we're lined up.
Daddy, I got 2 stamps.
Alright, we're just going to put this finger tight for right now. Like I said, I want to see which one or how they look. So I'm going to put a little snug, but I think for the most part, this is just going to go finger tight. I'm going to leave that loose until I get the barrel on to make sure it's lined up.
What, Daddy?
Alright, so this is how it's going to look with the Midwest on. It's going to put it on the restart.
Look.
What's your name, special helper?
Charlie.
Charlie? Okay. Charlie's out here helping us. Alright, so we got some function. Well, there you go. This is what it looks like. It's not torqued down. Looks like with a Midwest Industries. So now, if we bring our fancy flashlight back in now, put it on the furthest most rail. Now we're talking. Now we're working with something here. So now, this is where the factory one went, right here. Now I can, you know, if anything, you can still hold it here, but at least the factory one, so I don't have the pressure pad on it, but I'll run the pressure pad up here somewhere in this area. But now we're only, you know, 2 inches from the front of the barrel versus the 8 inches we were before. So yes, what do you guys think about the Midwest? So the Midwest is labeled. L's on the left, the tops are labeled, then R's on the right, and they are labeled because it is a full piece on the bottom. It's all labeled with B's for the bottom. What do you guys think? All right, let's go see if we take this guy apart. Probably fast forward this one. So that was the Midwest Industries. Looks, you had to remove the barrel, and you have to torch this one off because it is red Loctite in there. So keep that in mind with that. Other than that, it looked pretty good. One thing I was noticing is, like I said, that doesn't quite match, but let's open this guy up. We'll slide this one aside right now.
You're gonna open that guy up? You're gonna open that guy up?
We are. We got my helper back here. Let's see here. So it looks like we're opening this up for the first time with you guys. Has instructions. Looks like a yoke. Something. Parts. It even comes with an Allen wrench or Torx bit. And the receiver.
Open all these guys up?
I'm gonna open all these guys up, yeah. Alright, so if you look at this, let's take a look. So here's those subtle differences. Doesn't have quite the same shape as the factory one, but pretty close. I mean, as far as lengthwise, it's the same length. I mean, as you can tell, it's almost an exact copy. So yeah, exact copy here. Alright, so what do you think we do here? I think this is that yoke. Same with Midwest Industries. How is this going to go in? Looks like we have to put it in place. That's a snug. Uh-oh, wind's picking up. No, come on, wind. Don't do this to me every time we take a video. It is a very snug fit. It is in there.
Don't do that, Wind.
There we go. Okay, we got it in there.
Very naughty, Wind.
Very naughty, wind. Let's see. I don't know what else to do here, so let's go and pull out the directions.
Oh,
Figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so it looks like this piece is a clamp.
Why did you say sorry?
Yeah. Looks like this is a clamp that's going to clamp from the original receiver to the extended forehand here. Okay. I'm going to set this there for reference. So, of course, this wind's picking up, so we have to put this there. So this is a clamp that's going to go down here. I'm guessing like that, and it probably attaches to the bottom one.
Are you going to get the stamp and tie your gun?
I think that's going to go like that.
Are you going
And according to
to your gun?
we're talking to the people, you got to be quiet. So it looks like this one actually installs into the the sling hooks. Huh, so that's interesting. So it looks like it uses this to attach the sling hooks, and then it clamps to the bottom, and it doesn't attach to the yoke on this one. Okay, interesting. So that's a little bit different than the this is a little bit different than the Midwest Industries one. All right, so if you're on YouTube, you're getting the bleeps. I think I put that on backwards. Turn it around there. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so that's looking better. All right, so I think this clamp's gonna go this way. It's gonna hold that receiver in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, snaps in. Okay. All right, well, there we go. My helper's still here. So, that was long, god awful. So I'll quickly explain it. So, this piece right here did not, the holes in the clamp did not line up with both threads. So I actually had to, that's what took me so long, had to kind of grind that out a little bit here. So I kind of ground out the top of it, not on the screw, but on the bracket itself, on both sides, ever so slightly, just enough to be able to get that screw to line up. But it was like a 1/16 of an inch, maybe a 32nd of an inch off, just enough to where it was grabbing the screw wrong. So I actually had to grind off a little bit of material off the top, up and along this side, and then the same thing on the other side. And I finally got those to latch. My little helper's here, but baby, I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to my YouTube people. She's a YouTube star too, so. All right, well, this is how the FN branded one looks. Again, it sticks out the same distance as the other one. Looks like you know what, the rail's a little bit different. This has got more of a purchase on here. So I don't know if I trust the light. You might have to go back one notch on the light. I just noticed that. Yeah, this has got a, you know, more than one step here, and this one's flush step. So, but still, solves my problem with, whoa, you guys went for a ride. Woo, how was that, YouTube? Still solves my problem for my light. So if we take this back up here, yeah, plenty of room. It sticks way out there in front of the muzzle. Plenty of room out there. Can purchase, put bipods, anything else I need on here. The one thing I'm not liking right now is it does take away my mounts for my sling. You know, normally I think people put alligator clips on there, so I might have to find out some sort of quick release, I guess, if I wanted to keep this one. Machining looks pretty good. Definitely like that it says FN on it. Yeah, so the other thing I noticed too is, let me take this light off. The other thing I noticed too here while I talk to you guys is when I put on the Midwest Industries, I had to take the barrel off. Well, this one, still off a little bit here. This one did not require the barrel to come off. One thing I noticed, if you're somebody out there that likes to swap out the barrels between, you know, let's say the 13-inch or the 20-inch, and if you go back and forth on different barrel sizes, because this is mounting to the top of the receiver here, and the clamp is holding onto the bottom piece, if you saw in the last video, or the couple minutes ago there, the bottom piece comes out with the barrel. If this is clamped onto the bottom piece, and this is clamped onto the upper receiver, that barrel is not coming out unless you take off the extended grip. That's kind of a downer for me, I think. Looks like the neighbors are shooting. So I have to think about that. I don't swap barrels out. I don't have any other barrels right now, but I kind of like the simplicity of being able to swap out a barrel and not have to worry about the taking this off. Now, if you go to a 13-inch, clearly you can't have this extended rail anyways with a 13-inch barrel because it's going to stick out to here. But if you go to a 20-inch, you should be able to leave that on whether it's a 20 or a 16. So that's a little sad. But there you go. So this is a long install of both. I did install two different hand grips on here. This one you do have to take the torch to it. It will leave a scar if you do it wrong like I did with mine. But once you break that loose, this is all one piece. Barrel stays on it, so that's the plus to it. Barrel stays on it, it attaches to the receiver, so it stays on it with the barrel release or barrel swap. It is labeled on the bottoms, lefts and rights, and on top. The FN branded one is just labeled on the top, not on the sides. And yeah, so those are the two big differences. Other than that, the stylings are pretty identical. Like I said, this one's going to match the receiver more. This one doesn't quite match as nice, but you can't hardly tell when it was on there. But there you go. That is the install of the Midwest Industries and the FN branded one. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the Midwest Industries one better, or should I keep the FN branded one? The other thing I noticed too is that this clamp right here, it's kind of bulky. It does stick out a little bit. This seems a little more streamlined. All it is the screw. This screw gets covered, but yeah, it's a lot more bulky. Alright guys, well thanks for joining. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what the next upgrade is and what you think about this one. Which one I should keep. Pound for Pound signing off. Pound's Firearms signing off. Say bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
Say it loud.
Bye everybody.
Good job.